I'm Preece and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a requested video for you, and this is how to have the best experience meeting characters at Disney. So I kind of think there's two types, there's two types of people that meet characters at Disney. There are, and I think this is the biggest group, the people that just want a picture with Mickey Mouse. They want a hug, they want a picture, and then they want to get on Thunder Mountain, which is totally fine. And then there is this other group where you want to have like a sort of memory with them, something to remember that moment, or like something funny to happen, or something to make you laugh, or just something really cute. And I think I am in that category, and I always try and have something a little bit different happen every time I meet a character. So I was just thinking this, like I've probably met Mickey Mouse like over 20 times. I was trying to work out, because obviously you can't go to Disney without meeting Mickey, so that means I've met him at least 9 times in Florida, cruise, 3 times in Paris, but I like to meet him multiple times per trip, and then I was like working there, so I must have met him like, I don't know, at least 5 times in 3 months, so yeah. I've met him a lot of times, but you want every time to be a little bit different, and there's a few ways that I think you can sort of change it up a bit and try and make it not just like, hi, good to see you, let's have a picture, bye, sort of like more interesting. So these are my top tips. My first one to like help you out on your endeavour is to have a plan, and this is a plan for like how you're gonna like approach the situation. So first of all, you need to have a plan with your bags and your camera and any autograph books. And I think a lot of people tend to forget the whole camera and general plan. Like a lot of people remember to get their autograph books out because people remind them in the queue, but you need to think like, do you want your bag on in a picture? I guess a lot of people don't mind, but my sister is very much like, we don't have the bags on, so we have to take our bags off and plan where we're going to put them. So normally one of us will run around and dump them at the exit of the meet, so that we just don't have to worry about them, and then when we're on our way out we can just pick them up. And then the other one will focus on the camera, which is normally me, because this is the camera we use and it's my beloved camera. So I will either give it to the character attendant if there's not a photo pass, or just sort out the scanning of the magic band with the photo pass. It actually looks like I'm wearing a magic band. This is a Fitbit, but I mostly got it because it does remind me of a magic band, but I digress. So once you have that plan, you're like ready to go. But then sometimes there are more than one character, and I find the single most stressful character to meet for me, but it's just also the best, is when you meet all 4 of the Winnie the Pooh characters at Mickey's Not So Scary, because you've got a very long line, you know there's a lot of people looking at you, you have to hug 4 characters, you want to have a chat with them as well, you've got to sort out your books, your photo pass, your bags, and there's a lot going on. So we'll do it like, my sister will start at one end of the characters and hug, I will start the other end, and then we will switch. And this is what we are planning while we're waiting in like the 45-minute long queue, so that when we actually get to the front, we're boom on it, and we're not wasting anyone's time, so we get the maximum amount of time with the characters. So I think that's the best thing, have a good plan, and then you're maximising your time that you have with them. When you're starting to think of, I think I might keep the Winnie the Pooh one as an example, because I just love that meet so much. So like when you go up to Pooh Bear, you don't just go, oh Pooh, let's have a hug, even though that is obviously the most important thing, because a Pooh Bear hug is the greatest. But you want to ask him how much honey he's had, if he's being fed well, if he's got a rumbly in his tumbly yet, or if it's a good day, what the honey stores are like, you know, how everything's going. Mostly food, because I mean realistically that's what I think about as well, so me and Pooh have that in common. But you can think of these things like while you're in the line. Basically you've got a lot to do when you're in the line waiting to go. I think as well you have to accept that some characters are going to be more chatty than others. So like Cinderella is quite formal, she'll probably tell you about her mice and any sorts of updates with them, and that's about it. You're not really going to have like big laughs with Cinderella, because she's quite on the straight and narrow. But her stepsisters on the other hand are a completely different story. I was just texting my sister about when we met them a few years ago, and like Anastasia bet Drizella that she couldn't run all the way to the other side of Fantasyland and back. So this just happened while we were meeting with them. They just had like a race, and it was just crazy and not something you can really like plan for. If you like, oh my god, I really like want to make this a really exciting meet, and you're going to meet Cinderella, know that you'll probably have a different outcome than if you're meeting her stepsisters, because the stepsisters just like everything you say, they make it like 10 times better, which is like, oh, so fun. They're like some of the most fun people to meet. And like Gaston is that type as well, where you can say like one thing, I don't think you're that strong, he'll launch into like a 10-minute tirade about how he's the strongest man in the world or something like that. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. Sometimes if you get that sort of initial launch going well, then they might sort of like launch off into a story about something that happened to them recently, and you're like, this is cool, but like I want to talk too. So like don't ever be afraid to like just butt in there, like if having a little monologue, like just ask them more questions or like comment on things. And because sometimes I think that they can just like talk at you, like Star-Lord was definitely like that, but we were all a bit like so bemused and like in love with baby Groot that we were just like, okay, cool, which was like really fun, but not super memorable, because you weren't really like in the conversation, you're more like watching it go on. Just never be afraid to like get in there and like have a chat. One of the key things you can do is wear something that will start a conversation. So if you're wearing something that maybe is the same colour as the character you're meeting, or if you're wearing ears that are a bit different, like me and Alice always get commented on. Oh, do I have any of our ears here? These are like some different ears, you know, like they're handmade ones, like they probably haven't seen these before. So like when I was on the cruise, like they have little anchors and what do you call them? Wheels? Steering wheels? So they're always like something to comment on, and actually like a lot of the characters really like sparkly things. So if you know, for example, you're on a day where you're going to Epcot and you really want to meet Belle in World Showcase, then you can wear something that's blue and white to sort of like coordinate with her, and then she will see you and straight away know what you're doing, so you can like have a big chat with her. But obviously the downside of that is that you can only do that with one character a day, and it got to a point where like me and Alice were just getting comments constantly on our flower ears that we made, and because like we just made them for ourselves, no one else ever pretty much had anything like them. Well, not the exact same anyway, so they were always like an eye-catching thing for characters to talk about, but it did get to the point where like everyone was asking us about our ears, which was really nice, but sometimes you just kind of want like a different chat. So it was really nice when like Ariel noticed my Mickey Mouse watch and she like held it up to her ear to like hear it ticking, and I was like, wow, this is above and beyond Ariel. I was impressed. Always have like little details or like shiny things, different custom-made ears, and like t-shirts, all that sorts of thing, bags. They all start conversations. Really easy, like probably the simplest thing that you can do to start a conversation is to compliment their outfit, and it always works. So normally you don't get to see like the characters in their standard outfits, they're always like themed to the place that they are. So always ask them about their outfit, say that you really like it. Like Daisy will really get into that with like the sass and all that. And Minnie Mouse always loves being complimented on her bow. So I just feel like such a child saying all this, but this is the stuff that actually goes through my head. So there we go. That's a really easy way to talk about it. And then it also gets you talking about the location or like the special theme. Like if it's a Halloween outfit, you can talk about the season, like if they've got much Halloween candy, or if it's Christmas, like what are they planning to get for like, what is Minnie planning to get Mickey for Christmas or something like that. So it all like leads into different conversations, which is really handy. I think the main thing is to just don't worry if it doesn't go to plan, because not every meet is going to be super magical. Sometimes you'll say something that you think is like a really good conversation starter and it just goes a bit flat, and that is totally fine, because realistically you wouldn't have these super memorable meets if you didn't have others that were kind of nice but not a mind-blowing. You can't expect like a magical life remembering meet every time you meet every character ever, and I think that's important to remember. Sometimes you just gotta get the picture and you've gotta go, and that is okay. I'm just trying to think of any other like really fun meets that we've had. I'm just looking at the picture, I've got it like on my wall. When we met Mickey at the Halloween party in 2018, I was dressed up as Captain Hook, and he starts like tapping his foot as if the crocodile was like coming to get me, and it was hilarious. And like all the character attendants were like playing along as well, so I was like pretending to be afraid, and I was like, yes I am 5 years old and I am having the time of my life. And then there was another time where like Goofy was like so shocked at the beauty that me and Alice have that he was like swooning and like kissing our hands, and I just go, oh, it's your lucky day. And he like barely could even stand up. He was like falling around laughing. He was like for like a full like minute, and I was just like, oh god, what have I done? You just gotta say these random things. Like it's one of those times where you just gotta like let whatever comes out of your mouth just come out and go with it. It's like, it's Disney, no one cares. If you've got any tips for meeting characters, leave them in the comments below, or if you've got any questions, and I'd love to hear about some of your favourite character meets as well, so please tell me all about them in the comments, because those are some of my favourite things to hear about ever. And also regular subscribers, hello. I am planning on what to do with my channel, if I'm gonna do weekly vlogs or not, so please stick around. I'm gonna have an announcement soon of my 2019 trips. I just need to book them first, and then I will let you know about them. It's gonna be quite different from last year, but I hope you like it. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. I will be doing some more advice videos, and then probably weekly vlogs and maybe some live videos too. It's all gonna be going on. If you have any other requests for tips videos, leave them down below as well, and I will try my best to make those for you as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.